Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Straight Fire Picks. Best bets for NFL Thursday Night Football Week 14 between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Minnesota Vikings on Thursday, December 9th, 2021. My name is Steve, and we're going to have 3 picks here for you today that I think are great value bets for this Thursday Night Football game. As always, just want to thank you all for your continued support on the channel. If you are new to the channel here today, please be sure to hit that like and subscribe button. Always appreciate that. We're trying to reach 1,000 subscribers here by the end of the week, guys. I can't do it without you. So, appreciate all your guys' support of the channel. You guys all rock, and I mean that from the bottom of my heart. Be sure to also check out our community Discord page. It's a great place to connect with our community. And to get new ideas for bets, I'll have a link in the comment section and in the description of that where you can check that out. Be sure to also place your favorite pick down below for this week, for this game. If you'd like your pick included in our comment capper section, just be sure to put a star or an asterisk next to your pick, and we'll include it in the video if it hits. Okay, now for the results from the previous episode. So this is from last Thursday night between the Cowboys and the Saints. For our comment cappers, we had got to get the bag calling the Taysom Hill over 258.5 rush and receiving yards. He cashed that with ease. Great hit there for got to get the bag. As far as our stream results, we went 0-2. Just 2 selections. We missed on the over. We ended up getting semi-close there at the end. I thought by the way the game was going in the first half and into the third quarter, I thought we cashed over easily, but it didn't end up coming in. And then we missed on Traquan Smith's over and receiving yards as well. And there was another one where, to be honest with you, Taysom Hill would save his best throws for everybody but Traquan Smith. When he was throwing the ball at Traquan Smith, they were all underthrows, and he was open. I don't know if you guys missed that one in the first half. He had like a 20 or 25-yard touchdown that he would have walked in on the corner of the pylon, and Taysom Hill just threw it in the ground right at his feet. They didn't even make the catch. If he catches that, I believe we cash right there. So what can you do? We're going to get after it this week, though, guys. We're going to get this 3-0. So let's get right into our picks. At number 1, we are going with Diontae Johnson over 6.5 receptions here for the Pittsburgh Steelers at -110 odds. So before they even put this line out, guys, I was already eyeing this earlier in the week. I told myself if they made this 6.5, I was going to take it right there. No questions asked. It's a great matchup here, and Johnson's been on an absolute heater lately. So in Diontae Johnson's last 4 games, he's cashed this prop. He's 4 for 4 in the last 4 to the over 6.5 receptions. He's 7-4 on the season to this line, so it's still very solid. And matchup here with the Vikings where they allow the 10th most receptions to wide receivers in the NFL. So it's very good. They allow the 2nd most yards to wide receivers and the 3rd most receiving touchdowns to wide receivers. So I love all those factors. By the way, if you're looking for an anytime touchdown play, Diontae Johnson at +110, I believe, is a very solid look, given the matchup and given his recent success here lately. Coming off a last game where he caught 2 touchdowns. So he's looking really good here lately. And, in the Vikings here, in their last 6 games, they've allowed 5 of 6 of the top receivers that they're facing to cash this line, including Amon-Ra St. Brown last week with 10 catches for my Detroit Lions. And the Lions' first one of the year. We love it. But the point is the Vikings secondary has not been playing very well this year. They give up a lot of yards, a lot of receptions, a lot of touchdowns. So, really, you could take any of those props on Diontae Johnson. I went with his receptions because I believe the Steelers just love to throw him the ball short. So I think that's the safest one you can go with. And he's been really hot to the line, so you can't really go wrong. You can't go wrong with any of his props, though. His yards are 79.5. I'd take that, and I would take his touchdown there. So, you could even build yourself a little Diontae Johnson parlay with those 3 factors. And I think that would be a really good look. So, love it there for our number 1 pick. Diontae Johnson over 6.5 receptions here for the Pittsburgh Steelers at -110 odds. Okay, and at number 2, we are going with Najee Harris over 18.5 rushing attempts here for the Pittsburgh Steelers at -110 odds. So, very interesting stat here, guys. The Steelers are 5-0-1 when Najee Harris gets over 18.5 carries. And they've been doing a lot of that here recently. Harris is 6-2 to this line in his last 8 games. He cashed last week versus the Ravens, and he missed his previous 2, though, before that, where they got blown out there in Cincinnati, and they lost that game to the Chargers where they're playing from behind. So I don't anticipate the Steelers here falling too far behind in this game. I think given the struggles that the Vikings defense has, I don't see the Steelers falling out of contention. I think their offense will do just fine. Honestly, I think both offenses will do pretty well. I think both defenses have a lot of holes. Steelers defense ain't the same this year. They have their moments, but they struggle to impose their will on people. And same thing with the Vikings. Vikings really not great on in either sense against the run or against the pass. They're not very good. So I love Harris here to cash. He's the bell cow for the Steelers. They should be giving him the football, and they should know that coming in. Just given the statistics on the winning percentage there, give Najee Harris the football. Let him work. Let him get you the tough yards. He's a guy that could get you 4 to 5 on just about every carry. He's a tough running back, and he's drawing a great matchup here. So honestly, you should be able to easily catch. Vikings allow the 12th most rushing attempts allowed per game, and they also give up a lot of rushing yards as well. So I think he's going to have a lot of opportunity here to cash. Weather that home crowd. Steelers should look to run that football there early. So I love it there for number 2 pick. Najee Harris over 18.5 rushing attempts here for the Pittsburgh Steelers at -110 odds. Okay, and finally at number 3, we are rolling with the over 43.5 points here in the Steelers-Vikings game at -110 odds. So this over was actually hit in the last 5 Vikings games. I found that very interesting, including the Lions-Vikings game last week. And the Lions are not a great offense. And the Lions hung 29 on them last week. And, the Steelers are allowing 27 points per game on the road this season, including 41 points in their last 2 games. Especially I'm looking at that game in Cincinnati where they gave up 41 to the Bengals. And I'm kind of like, they had their boys on the field that day. I know against the Chargers they didn't have Fitzpatrick or T.J. Watt, but against the Bengals they did. So what happened there? And even watching their defense last week, they won the game. The defense played pretty solid, but I saw moments in the game where there were just holes in that defense, and Ravens just really didn't take advantage of it because Jackson, sometimes Jackson, as a quarterback, doesn't take advantage of the holes in the defense. He's very talented. He's very skilled as both a passer and a runner. But sometimes he doesn't rate a defense very well. And I noticed that last week. He had a lot of opportunities that he honestly threw away, including an interception. So, and then in Steelers games, Steelers, the over was hit in 3 of 5 in the last 5 in Steelers games as well. So it's not like the Steelers don't give up points and that they can't score. And we talked about how the Ravens missed opportunities last week versus the Steelers. Overall, these teams, Vikings have allowed the 8th most points in the NFL, and the Steelers allowed the 12th most. So these teams can give up points. These defenses can get loose. And really, I think both these offenses right now are honestly humming pretty solid. Vikings here coming in, they scored 27 last week. They've put up a lot of points here recently. They may be without Adam Thielen, but that's okay. With Justin Jefferson, he's still enough there to torch that secondary. And, if they can get Dalvin Cook back for this game, that'll be a big plus. I love both Madison and Cook. I think they're both great runners. So I think either way, the Steelers be in trouble from that standpoint. And I think, the Vikings would definitely be able to run the football here. So I love the over in this game, guys. Take it there for your number 3 pick. Over 43.5 points here in the Steelers-Vikings game at -110 odds. Okay, guys, that's going to do it for our picks. If you enjoyed the content, please be sure to hit that like and subscribe button. Always appreciate that. I can't do it without you guys. We're on the road to 1,000. Very exciting stuff here at the channel. I appreciate y'all here at the channel and putting up with me and all the weird stuff that I do. You guys are really awesome. Be sure to also check out our Discord. Like I said, that's a great place to connect with our community. There's a lot of smart minds in there, guys. Really is. Gotta hand it to them. There's a lot of great people in there that know what they're talking about. So highly encourage you to check that out as well. Be sure to also check out our TikTok. I'll have a link down in the comment section and in the description of that where you can check that out. It's a little fun thing I do where I put on a max value play is what I call it. It's a long shot play that isn't really supposed to hit, but I think has a great chance to hit. Research based, where you're basically just taking the top end of something and shoot for the moon, which we like to do sometimes. We like to have some fun. You gotta have fun when you sports bet too. If you're not having fun, what's the point? Alright, anyway, guys, that's going to do it for me. I hope you guys all have a great rest of your day. Good luck on your bets. Let's cash out here in Week 14. Have a great rest of your day, and we will catch you next time. Peace out.